Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my repeating subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we got some breaking news coming out of Anonymous. If you guys don't know who Anonymous is, they are a group of people from all different backgrounds, whether they are your sons, your brothers, your daughters, your mothers, your grandmothers, whether they are a government official, whether they are your mailman, doesn't matter what it is. It could be anybody. Anonymous is a group of people not like QAnon. QAnon is a conspiracy designed specifically by 45 and the Republican. And it's basically an off-branch, an offshoot of the Tea Party movement. Anonymous, however, is not that. Anonymous has been around for quite some time. They are a group of people who are designed and who have the effort to put the best ideas of humanity in front of the stage. So, for example, they go against corruption, they go against sexual predator, they go against a whole bunch of things. They go against the evil of the world, essentially. It's the best way to put it. Anonymous has just announced, because they are a group of hackers, they hacked into Twitter, they attacked that and all that stuff. They are against 45, Putin, they're against all that. They're against dictators, authoritarians, fascism, you name it, whole bunch of things. They're against all that. Anonymous had just posted two videos, actually. The first video is that Anonymous had just declared war on 45 and Musk. We warned about it. We talked about this. They just announced 20 hours ago that they are going to be attacking 45 and Elon. So we'll talk about that in today's video, and I'll put the link to these videos in the description below. Also, there's another video. This video also comes from Anonymous, and this is evidence about the election. Clear message to social media platform. If this is real, it could have juicy evidence about what is happening in the United States and the world globally, specifically even on the global scale when it comes to the election of 2024 in Harris. Now, it's no coincidence that I told you all in the past that Harris had the best shot at winning the Democratic primary in 2028. Okay? She had the best shot. And I'm getting chilled when I say that. If she announces she's running, she's going to get the nomination. She will become president, regardless. But the energy, she has to want to do it. That's the thing. Because it says here that her pathway towards the presidency, this is my book, it said, and this is where I psychically channel. I get messages from my guides, and I just listen to meditation music, and I just write down what I'm hearing. All knowing, all seeing, thy truth, thy future. Right? And in this book, on December 31st, 2024, well before 45 got inaugurated, this is what it said here. It said, Harris shall seek a new path towards the presidency, for that she shall become. So it here, right? So it there. Now let's look at the next one. Okay. January 9th, 2025. Okay, let's see what it says here for Harris. Harris will go on to win the 2028 election if she so chooses to seek it. For that, the presidency is already hers. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Inauguration day will be a day of reckoning for the many. Many will go as others will stay. There's a lot of Americans wanting to leave the country. There is no fraud in this election with the mere exception of manipulation. In whatever form they decide to do it in, that's why you couldn't get caught. I explained in theory how they did it. Essentially, they went into the machines, essentially, and put it like in very small detail here and try to keep it very simple. Essentially, what they did was they hacked the machine, integrated system. They went in, did the coding mechanism. For the Democrats, they mapped them up at a ceiling. So just say the maximum ceiling for the state of Pennsylvania is 2 million votes. The state Democrats get 2,001,000 votes. That 1 million vote will become a ghost, disappear, not counted. However, the Republicans don't have any maximum, which means they can go as high as possible. Which means there's a chance the Democrats could win the state if the Republicans are underneath that threshold. That's why Russia went in and did bomb threats to ensure that Democrat County did not go out and vote so it doesn't reach the maximum now. And the Republicans can reach the threshold that they need in order to win the seat. That's how they did it. So in essence, what does fraud? No, because essentially they can't find the ghost ballot. They don't know where they went. But if they look closer, they can find a manipulation in the coding system. That's how they find it. Congress will decertify the result in due time, but not in which when he is still alive. For that he will be stripped of his number and title and considered illegitimate. 3 impeachments will befell the next president, but that he has already committed 2 major crimes outside the scope of being in office. He sold them out and gave documents away. Fraud will be found on the phone of a nearby foreign adversary. Who is that nearby fraud? We said it was going to be the Pope. Could it be possible? It could be Elon? Elon, the foreign adversary, isn't he? Okay, Harris may take her rightful place, but not before she finds and meets a young male. Tim Walz is not likely to become vice president, as we have other plans for him. Remember when I spoke about that? We now know what Tim Walz is doing, do we not? We know what Tim Walz is doing. So, why is it important? Why is it interesting? Because it's talked about here, Harris may take her rightful place, but not before she finds and meets a young male. Who is that young male, you might ask? I figured it out yesterday. Are you guys familiar with Jack Kennedy? Well, of course you are. We all know him. But if you are new here and you don't know who Jack Kennedy is, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., well, go back a little bit further down. We do have John F. Kennedy. Let's talk about Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy, okay. Let's just see what his son is. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see who is the relatives here. It's Caroline Kennedy's son, I believe. There you go. Jack Schlossenberg. That is the young male that Harris needs to meet in order to win the presidency. She needs to meet this young male. I think it's this guy specifically. At the end, she matches pretty clearly. It's him. Let me see if I can get a clear photo. Okay, kind of like that. This is Jack Schlossenberg. He is part of the Kennedy family, except the only difference between him and an actual Kennedy is the name change. Therefore, the fate and the curse does not apply to him. He is the key to Harris becoming the next president of the United States. He offers something to her that she does not have. So, to better represent this is Caroline Kennedy's son. Okay, let's continue. This is also on January 9, 2025. A major political figure, a woman will die. One of us saved democracy when called to do so. May she be remembered as a hero. Many women will lose their rights so that they themselves can be prepared and ready to usher in the first woman president. Right? Gays will step at the helm of orange. I made this so that he himself could seek the highest office. Pete Buttigieg. Trust that all is in divine order, then I have created this so that the desired outcome could be met. Reach those with a soul contract and must be fulfilled. May good will come out this decade, but overshadowed by the evil that consumes the media. Remember, there's a lot of good coming. The media is not going to tell you that. The trumpet can only be blown once, but that Trump has already used it up in 2016. Okay? Let's see. Is there anything else for Harris here in this one? Just talked about Musk. Nope. Okay, Lady Liberty. We talk about Lady Liberty here. Nope. Lady Liberty. What about The Great Beginning? That is a channel you guys have never heard of yet. That was on March 11, 2025. If you want to pause that and read it on your own time, you can. But I don't see anything for Harris here as well. No, you guys are not ready for this. So no. Alright. That's it. You guys don't need to know any more information at that time. So too much info. But let's go ahead. Let's take a look. Let's see what is going on with Anonymous now. That Anonymous is actually engaged in a war against 45 and Elon. Let's find out. Spirits and Angels tell me Anonymous has just officially declared a war against Elon and 45. What does this mean for the United States? Show me. Show me what does this mean for the United States. Again, this video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only as well. Let's tell me to flip it again. What does this mean? Interesting, Aquarius energy. Here we have it. We have the Three of Swords reversed. Because the judicial system cannot go after them, they're going to take matters into their own hand. 45 is going to do something. He has a plan in place with the Five of Swords here. 45 is going to do something. And it's not going to be good. And that's why they're trying to do something now to stop them. But 45 has something in planned here. This is like, based on this energy, you can tell that it's ain't good. Look at this individual here. What did it say here? Black something. But you can definitely tell that's not a good symbol. And this is like definitely shade is giving like Marco Rubio energy. Here we have the first card here. We have the Knight of Cups. Like partying. They're not partying anymore. There's something here that they're scared. There's paranoid. There's paranoia in the administration. There's something here that they're paranoid about. Here you have the Lovers card. The Supreme Court lost its power. The Supreme Court lost its power. The judicial branch lost its power. No one can stop them anymore. That's why the card comes in. Anonymous declared it because no one else can stop them. So Anonymous took up the throne to go up against 45 and Elon. The next card here, we have the Chariot. We have Bernie Sanders leading the way with Tulsi Gabbard, National Security. Right? Tulsi Gabbard leads National Security. But she is being paid by another individual and does not have the same loyalty to 45 as one may think. But you do have here Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. We have here in the center, though, we have the Fool card, the election. This is before the midterm, the Fool card. Something going on with the midterm, something coming in last minute before the midterm, and it's going to shake things up. And here you have is the Eight of Cups. This is the Ten of Swords being painted. The story is being finished. That's why it's being painted now. The story is being finished. The woman. Right, the woman and the man who took the oath of office, right? But the woman who should have been, and here's the solar eclipse, right? And we have here the Age of Aquarius. We the people are giving the energy. We are enormous. The power, the emotion, the ability to stand up, and here you see a whole bunch of lotuses, a whole bunch of flowers. Lotus potus, right? You guys have been saying that for quite some time. Lotus potus. Think about that, the Aquarius energy. The Aquarius is the people's energy, right? It's just interesting. And here we have the bottom of the card here, which is the Three of Swords, betrayal, right? The police doing things in an unnatural way. And here's the Wheel of Fortune. The Democrats are playing cards. They're playing cards while the Republicans are pumping the money and making sure the billionaire gets it. That's why you have Congress here and you have the billionaire here. Where you have the Democrats here playing spirituality, playing with the arts of magic, right? So that's what I'm getting for that. What else do we need to know about Anonymous and them going up against 45 and Elon? You have here the Judgment card here. I swear something's going on. Okay, so we have judgment. There was a call for judgment. The judgment cannot be called in because the court system cannot do its job anymore. It has been stripped of its ability. It's been stripped of its duty. Here you have the government here. The government is all power, all receiving the power. It's represented by the Hierophant here. We're talking about prior to the midterm. We have here, going back to the previous election, going back to the past. What was the prior election? The 2024 election. We have here still undecided. Hold on. This means that the result has been determined. Excuse me, because this means undecided, this means determined. The result has been determined. Right? Because that's why you have the man each one and the woman who should have been, never been. And you have here the Aquarius. Speaking of that, let's see. Because I had a psychic challenge in my note page from years ago that I wrote down. I think years ago, maybe a month ago, I don't know. But let me look up Hillary. She comes right up. Okay, here we go. This was actually on December 30th, 2024 at 2:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Hillary, the president who could have been but never was. Harris, the one who should be but not yet. That's what I got. Interesting. And here you have the Aquarius energy. They're spilling the truth. There's something, the truth is being spilled, but we already know that. The truth is already coming out. But there's no action being taken place. So action being taken by the people now. Here you have is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 of Cups. The illusion, right? The illusion of justice. And what's the top of the deck here? The Sun card, 45. 45 and his victories and his achievement, his project 2025. And here you have tempered, imbalance. Right? That is what's going on here. The people did not vote for this. And when the people did not vote for this, well, here's what I will say. The people who did not vote for this, they will not be punished. Those who did, oh, well, you know how that goes, right? Many times in my books have said that always the people who voted for this will be punished. If you did not vote, you will be punished. If you voted for if you voted for a party other than, voted for the goodness of humanity, you will be punished, essentially. It doesn't matter whether you voted or not, or whether you voted for 45 and just realized now, you had years to realize this. You can't be forgiven just because you realized it's too late. You knew. Everybody told you. It wasn't like out of the blue. It wasn't like Nazi Germany. This, you know. You knew. You knew what was happening. You cannot be oblivious to it and be stupid and play stupid and think you're going to get rewarded. No, that's not how it works. Spirits and angels, tell me about Anonymous now and them threatening to leak information revolving around the election. Okay. Tommy, explain. Thank you. Anything else? Anything around Anonymous for leaking information around the election? I'm hearing in my right ear they're gonna start leaking. They're leaking ballots that went missing. That's what I'm hearing. They're leaking ballots that went missing. That's what I'm getting. They're leaking ballots that went missing. The card here is trying to hold on to power with the 4 of Pentacles on the bottom, and we have here indecision. Something is undecided. What is that undecided? It's the 5 of Pentacles. Whether or not what to do. This is the constitutional crisis. Here, the first card that comes in is we have the Magician. The Magician card. Them telling you that here, you made something happen and it wasn't exactly good. You made a wrong move. You didn't clear your bridges. You didn't clean your track. You left a little bit of dirt and were able to figure out the crumbs. Here is the 8 of Pentacles. They're working on this thing. They're going to work on this. And then here, they're finding information. They're putting it up. They're putting everything. They're exposing things. Here is the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is the obstacle, whether or not the government is going to hear it. Whether or not Congress is going to take this down. Whether the Supreme Court is going to take it out. Because remember, at this point in time, he compromised everything. What they release here, will the government do anything? The question is probably not. Because the government cannot do anything. But can the people do something? That's the difference. Can Bernie Sanders and all these politicians, if they can't do anything within the laws and the guidelines of the Constitution, and the Constitution doesn't have a guideline on how to deal with this type of outcome and situation, well then, how can they tell the people? How can they direct it? Well, maybe they can talk to the people directly and tell them, okay, this is what happened, this is the information I would expose. This is kind of like WikiLeaks type of thing, like Snowden. That's what I'm getting, like Snowden type of energy. Underneath this 7 of Pentacles here, look at the information. We have the White House, right, the Capitol. Whether or not they're going to review this information is yet to be determined. But it does turn the people trust against the government against them. Here you have is the Ace of Pentacles reverse. The transfer of power was definitely not peaceful. People will see that for what it is. Here you have the Ace of Wands. Hand over leadership, also reverse, going in the opposite direction. We have here the peaceful transfer of power in reverse and being given the wrong winner, the winner stick, right? And here you have the Fool card. I have a feeling that going forward, sometime around the future, we're going to expand the period from the election into Inauguration Day. There's going to be a longer gap now because they're going to have to going after this. Every election going to have to be further analyzed for any discrepancies before the winner could be officially declared. They could say projected, likely to win, but not official. That's how they're going to go next time in the future. Not sure if that's going to be immediately or it's going to be in the future, but it's going to be coming soon. Here you have in the final outcome card, here you have the Fool card. You didn't cover your track and therefore you were a fool. You didn't cover your track and you were a fool. Bottom of the deck, again, for Pentacle. And Spirits and Angels tell me, how will this information be leaked? Okay. Bottom of the deck, the 9 of coin, like great fortune. And on the top of the deck here, the Ace of Wands, baby. Ace of Wands. This is good information, this is good stuff. So they're gonna do their part. They're gonna do their part. Here you have it, the Death card. The Death card is bad. You did bad intentions. You manifested the wrong thing. We found the evidence. We're working on the evidence. We're connecting the dots here. Here, the Death card. Right? Who do you see in the corner here? You see anonymous mass, right? What is it working towards? It's walking towards this white building. It's the Death card, the change, the transformation, the rebirth. That is in the past here. It means that this is where we are right now. This is where we're going to be heading. This Death card cannot flip and turn upright until this is final, until this has been completed. Whether or not Harris is going to be president or not anytime sooner is still yet to be determined. It's determined on this mark here. Whether or not the people or even the politicians will do anything, whether or not Congress or the Senate is going to stand up and do something is yet to be determined. But what is certain is that this information here will power the way through for Harris. That's why the presidency said in the book, it said here, Harris, if she chooses to seek the presidency, will receive the presidency because the people will pity her. People will choose her because it was stolen from her. People will choose her. That's what I'm saying. Here you have the 4 of Wands reversed and the 7 of Pentacles upright. This is slowly saying here in theory, it is saying that, oh, we're looking at this information, whether or not Congress is going to do something, whether or not policies are going to do something, it's up yet to be determined. But what is determined is that the 2 of Wands here, people need to be smart. Abraham Lincoln, January 1st, 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation. Why is it important? Because the Emancipation Proclamation takes 2 years after Neptune enters Aries. And that is exactly what we're going to be entering into on March 29th of this month. In 8 days, we're entering this. We're entering this energy here. That is the proclamation of energy. The oppressor becomes the oppressed. Okay? What is also enabling this? This Gemini energy. This Gemini, the blood moon. We already have the blood moon. The reason why it's reversed, could be already there. We already finished it. We completed that. The Gemini is now reversed. I want to find out what Gemini means because I'm really curious to see what the Gemini is. Because here we have the Ace of Pentacles here. The Ace of Pentacles is, again, that transition, that peaceful transition of power has been reversed. The idea that we had a peaceful transition of power was anything but that. That illusion was tarnished completely. In between the Ace of Wands here reversed also indicates that the wrong winner was given the role of the president. And here you have the Leo card, right? A Black Panther in an environment in which it does not belong. This is the solar eclipse. The reason why it's reversed, because it has not happened yet. Here you have the Ace of Wands and the Fool card. In the future, you have here the Queen of Wands. Writing the information that you're getting. This is Harry Potter. Like writing the story. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. That's what it's saying. Truth can be stranger than fiction. Now, let's take a look at the astrology aspect here. And let me just read to you. If you have not already watched my previous video, which I recommend you go ahead and watch, we have here, you go into my community page, and I already explained this in my other video, but essentially, this will be the second time Neptune entered Aries on March 30th, 2025. And 1 day later, the Civil War happened in the United States. So we're going to finish off the reading in a minute, but let's just get one card for the astrology, then we'll end today's video. What do we need to know, Spirit? Thank you. I don't think there's any other information. Oh, look at this. Heading in the past here, we have Gemini. Multifaceted, balanced, and curious. Interesting. That's heading in the past here. That's why it's heading downward. Well, what's heading, crossing it? Jupiter. Optimism, growth, and opportunity. I'm going to leave that off on you. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you think of today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I'll see you all the next time. Until then, peace out. I love you. I'm being told to show you the top card, Saturn. Discipline, obstacles, and boundaries. Alright guys, love you. Have a great night.